What's up, mind speakers? Welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel if this is your first time here. If you click this video, you already know what we're going over. We're going over 12 rules that I personally live my life by, and maybe they will help you guys. I've honestly had this video topic sitting in my notes for like 6 months, but I never filmed it. I don't know why. But I was going over my birth chart. Shout out to all my astrology hoes out there, and if you're not an astrology hoe, I'll make this brief. My rising sign is Sagittarius, and when I was reading up on Sagittarius rising, they said that Sagittarius risings are usually looking for the jewels of life, why things are the way they are, uncovering patterns, and they usually have a set rule book of things they live by. And when I saw that, I said, well, because without even knowing that people with that placement do that, I had a video with 12 rules set sitting in my notes that was perfect to film, so why not do it? Before we get into this video, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel to become one of the mind speakers, and then after you do that, hit the bell so you will be notified when I post. I do try to stick to posting Tuesdays and Fridays, but I miss days like I did this Tuesday. Things happen. Just click the bell so you'll know exactly when my videos do come out. Anyway, let's get into this video. If you're ready, let's go. Number 12, fake it till you make it. This rule is pretty simple. I think people always say fake it till you make it, like, I don't know, whether they're being shady or something. That phrase has helped me overcome a lot of obstacles in my life, simply because let's say you're not confident about something. If you go out there and you fake like you're confident, eventually you're gonna start functioning like you're confident, and then you'll be confident. It's kind of like dressing for the part that you want in life. If you keep acting like this and acting like this and acting like this, eventually your belief system is gonna start to conform. It's almost a way of tricking the mind, because we are just an amalgamation of what we believe. So if you believe it, you will achieve it eventually. Number 11, people don't change. When I say people don't change, it doesn't mean that people cannot make modifications to their behavior. People can make modifications, but their nature will always be their nature. And unless the person is going to be able to do the work to constantly fight their nature, to say, you know what, I'm not going to be jealous anymore, I'm not going to be envious anymore, I'm not going to be hateful anymore. If they're not willing to do the constant work and upkeep to stop those things from arising in them that are in their nature, because some people do have negative things that are just in their human nature. If they're not willing to do those things and that groundwork to be able to keep that up, then they're gonna fall back into those traps that they were in before, even though they say they've changed and they've learned. So that's why I say people don't change. So if you're out there giving second chances, don't expect too much. And if you do give a second chance, let the person know that they're gonna have to work hard to not fall back into the same behaviors. Changing is not as easy as everyone thinks it is or wants it to be. Number 10, never go with the hippie to a second location. I don't know what white movie that comes from. All I know is I heard the rule and I did not know what it meant until I got to college, and then I realized what it meant. Here's what it means. I personally don't parlay. I know if I'm going out that night, where I'm gonna go, how I'm getting home, and then I do those things and it's a great night. Now, at every let out, the club closes, the party's over, there's always somebody who screams, hey yo, party on 39 days. Always someone who screams that wants to move the party to some sketch apartment. That person would be the hippie, and if that party is not a party you're planned, you probably shouldn't go, because sketchy things usually happen there, and I'm not down for sketchy things. I'd rather just be in my home eating like melted cheeses or something. All I know is the second location, if it's sketchy and not a part of your itinerary for the night, or it's not another club, don't go. Number 9, nobody can hold any flaw against you that you accept. It's pretty simple. We all grow up, people say this, people say that, people get teased, all different things. But usually those things are based on a lack of self-awareness, and that's why they hurt you. Let's say you have a snaggletooth and people start saying something about your snaggletooth. The only reason why you're hurt is because you didn't want other people to realize that you had a snaggletooth, or you didn't know that you had a snaggletooth yourself. If you know your snaggletooth, you love your snaggletooth, you accept your snaggletooth, then what matters? Nothing, because you've accepted it. And you don't give a shit who cares about your snaggletooth, because you're aware and you accept and you love your snaggletooth. So that's what I mean by that. Number 8, dicks don't have wheels. A lot of times people think that they have to schmooze to one person or another, or get in with these people and like make nicey-nicey and kiss ass and dick ride their way to whatever goals that they have. What I mean by dicks don't have wheels is that you doing all that dick riding isn't really gonna get you anywhere. There's no substitute for hard work and grinding, and that doesn't mean you can't network and, you know, get in with certain people and do it while being you. But minimizing yourself and compartmentalizing yourself and submitting all of your pride and self-worth to get things from people to get ahead, it's not working. Dicks don't have wheels, they get you nowhere. Number 7, don't let that loneliness talk you into fucking somebody that already proved they're not worthy, which is pretty self-explanatory because it's pretty wordy. But we all go through periods of time when maybe you're alone, you don't have somebody you're talking to romantically, or maybe, I don't know, you're not really close to a bunch of friends and you have somebody that you fell out with, somebody that you know is not good for you, and you allow them back into your life when they've already proven to you that they bring nothing but negativity to you, but you allow them back because you're lonely or because you're in a bad place. That's a huge mistake. Loneliness is a liar. despair. And that's a feeling that you have to learn to deal with separately, because loneliness makes you desperate. And when you function out of desperation, you're asking to be ruined. So if you find yourself doing that, nip it in the bud, don't let it happen, cut it off. Number 6, I'd rather be involved with someone who wants me than needs me. Here's what I mean by that. When you're involved with someone who needs you, they can need you because they need things. They need something. They need reassurance. They need a boyfriend. They need compliments. When people need these kind of things, I tend to think that they would take them from anyone. It doesn't matter who is there. They just need someone to do these things for them. They will fill that hole with whoever does it, right? Wanting is more attractive to me because it says, I am whole by myself. I am great by myself. I don't actually need anybody. However, I still choose you to be in my life. I still choose you as a partner. I still choose you to grow. And when you're dealing with someone who's needy, then you get that desperation thing we're talking about. When you deal with all those needs, you're functioning from scarcity. But when you're dealing with someone who wants you, they're functioning from a place of abundance. Like, I have so much, but I still want you. It's not like they just are scavenging and they're desperate. It's a more comfortable and honestly personalized place to be when someone honestly chooses you for you and not because they just need someone or something. Number 5 is my petty rule. I don't fuck with people who don't fuck with me. That basically means if you're my friend and I have an enemy, you're not friends with my enemies. That's just point blank and the period. As Nicki Minaj said, pick a side, pick a side. Like, there's no flip-flopping, there's no both sides of the fence. I need your 100. If you're really my friend, I need you at a full stack, and if not, then, well, you've picked your side because you haven't picked mine. Number 4, the lesson repeats as needed, and this is a big one. A lot of time in life, we find ourselves in cycles. You're dealing with the same type of people. The same situations keep happening to you. You go different places. That's because the common denominator is you. And I have this theory that the universe puts everybody through their individual tests as to what they're supposed to learn while they're here on this earth. And so when you're going through these challenges with people and you're going through challenges in life, and if you feel like cycles are starting to repeat themselves, it's important that you tune into the universe and say, okay, what am I supposed to learn from this? And then when you allow that lesson to be conveyed to you and you hear it and you learn from it, then you transcend to the next lesson and things don't repeat. But if you constantly keep ignoring the cues from the universe, they'll keep repeating the level. You have to beat the level in order to level up. It's like a game. Life is somewhat like that in my head. So now whenever I go through things, or if I feel like something happened once and then it happened second, I'm noticing a pattern, I stop, I say, what am I supposed to learn? I learn it, I check it the next time it comes up, and then I move on. And that's just the way you navigate life and don't get stuck in these ruts. Number 3, people view other people through the lens of their own character. And here's what that means. If you have someone that's so good-natured and they really don't expect to get fucked over by anyone and they're so trusting, they're probably not fucking anyone over. They're probably operating out of honesty. So when they look through their eyes, they see honesty in other people. When you have someone who doesn't trust other people, or someone that's constantly accusing someone of something or constantly doing this, it's because that's how they feel about other people, because the first example of another human being that you have is yourself. You're the blueprint for how you see other people. So you can tell a lot about a person by how they view other people and what they think about other people. A person that always thinks somebody's talking shit is probably talking shit. My number 2 rule I cannot take credit for, because I heard this from RuPaul when I was like 15 and it completely changed my life and the way I think about things. What other people think of you is none of your business. Which, when I heard that shit completely changed my mind, because coming from elementary school, I was a kid that got made fun of a lot, and so that triggers you to think, okay, what do I have to do to be liked by people, to not be seen, and to not go through that again? Anyone with common sense is gonna think, how can I protect myself from going through something that was terrible again, right? But when I heard Ru say that, it completely clicked, and I said, huh. You know what I mean? Like, light bulb, bing. And so every single time since then, when the little voice says, okay, do these people like you? Like, do they like you? Immediately go, do I give a shit? Like, it is none of your business what other people think of you. Your only obligation is to yourself, to operate in truth and just to be your authentic self and to be comfortable in it. And then whoever likes you will like you, and whoever doesn't, doesn't. But that's none of your business if they do or don't, because you should be too busy living your own life and loving it. And I love that rule for that, and I love RuPaul for that. We've made it to the number 1 rule, and that number 1 rule is true courage doesn't lie in changing yourself after adversity, but in allowing your heart to be open and fruitful after bad things happen. Here's the thing, we all get knocked around by life and things hurt and they fuck you up and they scar you and they bruise you, and then you want to armadillo up. You want to curl into a ball and just let stuff block and deflect off of you, but that's not courage. That's operating out of fear. Courage says, that hurt, but I can take another one, because because there's nothing that hate or evil can do that love and good can't undo and replenish and do more than. It's about standing up to those obstacles and standing up to evil and standing up to wrongdoing and standing up to bad people and saying, I don't care, and that it doesn't matter. That's a strong person to me, not someone who folds and allows themselves to become hard and bitter and closes themselves off to all the good the world has to offer. To me, true courage is the person that looks all of that in the face and says, fuck you, I choose to be happy anyway. And that is my #1 rule. So keep your hearts open even though shit gets rocky. And there you have it. Those are 12 of my rules. I have tons more, but I wanted to keep this video kind of short. So hopefully you guys learned something about one of these rules. Maybe you want to adopt one of the rules yourselves. Maybe you agree with me, maybe you don't. Let me know if you have any rules that you live your life by in the comments below. Let me know how you feel about the rules that I live my life by in the comments below. Also, I have a new playlist that I have just uploaded to Spotify. It is called Mood. It's a moody R&B playlist. I've been playing it all day, so I'm kind of like spaced out. But anyway, I'm gonna put the link for that in the description box below. And if you like this video, don't forget to like and subscribe. If not, suck a dick, and I'll be seeing you guys later. Deuce. If you need pickles, go down to the fridge or the supermarket. A jar of pickles is like $3. Why do I want to watch this nasty lady eat pickles and listen to the sound of her wet mouth?